push, push, push. All right, hi, Ken with Provectus Group. We are here at Live Fire Weapons and Range. Today, in particular, I wanted to work on something very specific, and that was my accuracy, okay? So I started at about 10 yards, and then I worked my way, I did like the first 5 shots at 10 yards, then went all the way back to 25 yards and did all the rest of my headshots and high cavity of the chest from at 25 yards, and I was very, very happy with it. I then went to the little small guys at 15 yards and kept my groups pretty much about 2 inch, 3 inch at 15 yards on the little bitty guys. So I was really working on a nice smooth trigger pull. Then after that, I wanted to go to sooner versus faster. So that reactionary type shooting, you're startled and somebody has a knife to your back, any type of situation where you're having to resort to using a firearm to defend yourself, how quickly, number one, can you extract the gun, clear the garment? If you're coming from concealment, how quickly can you clear the garment, extract the weapon, present the weapon, reference the sights, and get a combat effective shot? You know, how quickly can you do it? So you want to come over. What I did a drill. It's about 20 rounds per drill. So when we look at this piece of tape from this number all the way down to this number, I don't have any ears on. I don't have no ears on. Okay, all right. When we look at from this number to this number, this line and up is 20 shots, 20 rounds, and that was coming from concealment. And you write down your times. You need a shot timer to do this so you can mark your progress. But my next to the last shot was my fastest time at 1.04. So it's just over a second. From this line down and over to here is coming, not coming from conceal, just coming straight off the hip and shooting on target. Again, this marks my progress. I was under a second for, I would say 98% of the time, I guess, but this is another 20 rounds as well. And my lowest time being the very last shot, and it was 0.80 seconds. So this is just over 0.2 of a second difference between coming from concealed and not coming from concealed. So what this tells me is, for people that it does a few things, but for people that carry concealed, most of us do, this type of drill is extremely important. You're going to see some videos and you'll be able to see me actually do this. But this is important because you need to know how you're going to react in a situation where you have to draw your gun and defend yourself, defend your life, defend your family, or a perfect stranger. So you need to know how quickly you can do that, and you need to know where your shots are going. That's the most important part. So every one of your shots have to be combat effective. Put the target, start at about 3 yards and then work your way out. I was about 4 to 5 yards today. Everything was combat effective on the silhouette, so I'm happy about that. For the most part, they were all about right here. Had a couple little squirrelers, you know, once the time really started getting down, but this stuff is important. It's going to make sure, it's going to give you that confidence or that reaffirmation that you can do this quickly and still have a combat effective shot. You're also going to work on getting rid of all those wasted movements, because in order to get down to right at about a second coming from concealed and under a second, about 0.8 of a second doing a straight draw, you have to get rid of all that wasted movement. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to break down the things that I'm doing. Because my fastest time was a 0.86, but now I'm back up 0.90 and higher, I'm having a wasted movement somewhere. I'm wasting movement somewhere. So I've got to make sure I get rid of that wasted movement. .90. 0.87. 0.83. 0.83. Last one. 0.80. Finally. I'm happy with that, 0.80. All right, that's it. I recommend you start slow when you do this. I started about, going from concealed, I was just under 2 seconds, and got myself almost at 1 second coming from concealed. And then of course the straight draw, I started just over a second at 1.13 and got myself down to 0.80. So I think this is a drill you should try. It's about 40 rounds. And you get a lot of draw strokes in, but this is a drill that's designed to show you where you're at, especially in a situation where you have to use a gun to defend yourself. This is an incredible drill, plus you get a lot of reps. This is 40 reps right here, but I hope you guys enjoy it. If you ever need to get in contact with me, you can message me, or you can send me an email, info@provectusgroup.org, or you can message me here on Facebook. And always be safe, train hard, and train often.